What is up, y'all? There we go. There we go. It's time for some FACEIT. Happy days. I've got some NA Master for you tonight. It is Kintsugi taking on Midori. Should be a banger. We're on the back of roster lock. So we had a little bit of roster mania happen over the weekend. That roster lock was on Sunday. As we take a look at our two teams tonight, Midori's apparently, just kind of stayed the same, which I am all about. Continue to do so even through this roster mania here in season 6. Kintsugi, on the other hand, I've definitely had a couple of changes since roster mania. Both of them sitting at the bottom of the screen. So your starting 5, or at least what's currently looking like your starting 5, has been the starters that we've seen for Kintsugi all season long, with Santana at the helm, Winner and Lich, who I just adore, and then Hutch and April in the backline. Well, now they've added Strider and Virtual to this roster. Virtual previously of Tanuki Tapire, and I've been playing with that roster for some time. I feel like Virtual had been playing with them, since they were Heatwave, and had been a part of that squad for quite a while. So I was really intrigued when I saw Kintsugi got this pickup. And actually, another thing, we're looking at Kintsugi's opening match. We had this one on stream. They weren't even called Kintsugi yet. They weren't even under the Kafe org yet. Very first map, you're looking at Virtual there on Tapire. Puts them at 25-1 opening map. So then for Kintsugi to turn around and pick up that player, like, all right, we remember the pain you caused us back there on opening day. We do have a couple head-to-head things that we can talk about here. Excuse me, Kintsugi coming in 3-4, excuse me. And then Midori coming in 6-3. Kintsugi, they started off 1-3. And have been able to put up a couple of dubs here recently. Now, they do lose their most recent one just this past Saturday to Alternate. But, a good bounce back after a 1-3 start. I have a lot of expectations. I feel like this squad has a lot of potential. We just haven't really seen them peak yet. I feel like we haven't seen that come to fruition yet. Your losses are to tough squads. They're not taking losses to squads that are just kind of pushing up. Right, their losses are reasonable losses to Pure, Young and Beautiful, Artemis, and Alternate. All have pretty good records here. Oh, so the other big roster move, I talked about Virtual a little bit. Before I move on and talk about Midori's strength of schedule, we got to mention Strider. I don't know who was here. We were just talking about G-Force. We were just talking about old Strider days. And then lo and behold, Strider comes out of the ether and appears on Kintsugi. In the middle of a Wrecking Ball meta. Well, of a dive, fast-paced, high-mobility meta. Double flex DPS. Very dive style meta. Where Wrecking Ball is as viable as it's been in a long time. Probably since the release of Overwatch 2. Boom, lo and behold, Strider appears back on the scene like a magic trick out of a poof of smoke. There's the ninja. Has returned. Love to see it. Anyway, I had to point that out. I don't know. I hope we get to see some Strider today. That'd be amazing. Let's talk about Midori's strength of schedule here. So, where we saw Kintsugi drop series to Artemis and Alternate, Midori were able to beat both of those two teams. And then the 3 losses Midori have faced are 3 teams that genuinely are very tip-top. Ilios pick here out of Kintsugi, which I imagine means they'll be going into the red outlines. With seeing that, hey, Midori have beat Alternate, Artemis, 2 teams that beat Kintsugi. Now let's check. I want to see. Kintsugi took 1 map between those 2 series. Yeah, Kintsugi is going to swap sides as anticipated. Midori will get first ban. Midori, 3-1 Artemis and 3-0 Alternate. So Midori drop 1 map between the 2 series. Kintsugi pick up 1 map between those 2 series against the same opponents. So, with that, you would think that Midori would have the advantage coming in tonight. Now, obviously, that was before the roster changes of Strider and Virtual joining the squad. Hey, maybe that's the big difference maker. Maybe just a little more punching power out of that back line. Or just being able to swap it up. Go Wrecking Ball. Well, you're not going Wrecking Ball on this map. Midori going to ban that out right out of the gate. All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited to see Strider back. I can't tell you all how happy this would be. Imagine we get Strider versus Seaful at some point. All right, right? Yeah, okay. I know. That may be just burning the toast on that one. But I was so excited to see Strider like back competing again. Any day I get to cast some Overwatch is a good day. And you know what? I'm excited to get these two teams on. I'm excited to get in this match. This should, I mean, genuinely be a banger. Let's get into the Lighthouse to kick it off. That is the wrong button.
Ready for battle.
Strider is in. Okay, so even with Santana listed, it looks like they're going to go ahead and start Strider. So maybe Santana just playing as a sub here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
We are still getting Hutch and April starting in the DPS line. So even with Virtual coming over, even with that new pickup, so far we're not getting Virtual here in map 1. We'll see how that unfolds as this series does. It's an Orisa pick out of Strider to kick things off for the known Wrecking Ball legend. Old school Wrecking Ball legend, right? Kind of before the days of Golden Pants and Ostrix and EU started picking up all, throwing me all these Wrecking Ball players. Ooh, a free first cap here from Midori. Okay, Kintsugi kind of got muscled off a little bit. We saw Strider initially grab the pole position on this objective. And we'll kind of get it back equally easy come, easy go, I suppose, for objectives here in the opening 30 seconds. 60 seconds, we'll say. Swift step out of Seaborn, get them back up onto the high ground. As both teams are, I mean, we're in this kind of popcorn meta. I swear, the bounce house meta. Like this opening fight has very much been the bounce house meta. Kind of trying to time your drop downs with your cooldowns as you come down off the high ground. God, what a back and forth. What an interesting, I mean, you've got Hutch, Winter, April all kind of fighting with Triplet Seaborn and Zach and Hero, of course, with the up and down movement to try to control the top of the lighthouse. And then with whoever's anchored on point. You do, of course, with Strider and this Orisa. It's going to have a lot of sustain and a bit more of that anchoring capability. Good opener here from Lich in this second fight. Oh, but it has been answered. Answered? Or answered? Oh, yeah, you did not need that. Hutch, you did not need that Suzu, but Cabe ends up watching a respawn timer somehow. Good shot there out of the backline. Seaborn's going to invest while Hutch is off healing. Strider gets run over. Really nicely played from Seaborn. Picks up a kill on April. Here through the fight, finds Lich with a beautiful headshot. And Seaborn gets an immaculate 3-piece. The split-second timing got the shot onto Hutch, runs Hutch off, and then uses that little bit of window of opportunity to throw the Kitsune rush in and pick up 3 and swing this objective. What a brilliant fight out of Seaborn. Kitsune Russian Blade coming back into this. Let's see. Zach, yep, right up to the high ground. And I think everybody here from Midori kind of has the ability to just disengage from it. But they're going to drop in a duplicate to sound barrier and just go run right through the Fox-laden bricks laid down by Kintsugi. Unfortunately, the Kintsugi Kitsune ends up falling a bit flat. I couldn't think of a rhyme. Winner's gonna swap over to the Cassidy. Name's Cass. Which, chasing Cave around. Well, that was April running good peel there out of Strider. Able to catch Zach and protect their Lucio. Oh, and then April returns. Returns the faith and the favor. Gets a double piece. Look at our supports popping off here. April gets 2K. Rewarding Strider for that excellent peel. And this is going to go to a final fight here, friends. Zach trying to take advantage of the flight, kind of work this angle, forcing just an extra avenue that Winter and Lich have to keep an eye on. Lich just eye up in the sky. Keeping Zach marked. Hero has joined them up on top of the lighthouse. Initiated this overtime. Considering they were thrown in, April was going to respond with their sound barrier. Spear doesn't quite connect, but Strider is still just kind of holding down the point. Does have control. Terra Surge thrown in. Bomb Moon combo as well as a Deadeye. Between the three ultimates, you're able to get a T-Mech and a pick. Oh, looks like could swing back to the direction. Winter trying to hang on low on health. Gets the recall out of Cave. Cave still has the pulse bomb in the pocket. And this fight's on a knife's edge at 99-92. Winter pops Zac out of the sky. Sound barrier lands onto the three remaining players with no Seaborn in the fight. Ooh, Seaborn just now making it back in. Triplet goes down. Winter hangs on here. Okay, that was interesting. I don't know why I did a fade to black. We're not done here. 99-99 as the point goes into Kintsugi's favor. Strider returns onto a Doomfist. Is Hero on the point. Hero at sub 100 health. April finds Cade. And what an opening round here on Lighthouse. Told y'all this had barn burner banger. Biscuits or bacon, y'all. This is gonna be a good one.
If we do this right, they won't even know what happened.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture the objective.
Talk about how the eraser just brings in a little bit of extra staying power. Ends up working out there at the end. Hero's gonna make a swap. A little extra punching power. Going to Zarya here for Ruins. We do get the double flex DPS out of Midori. Winter is gonna stick with this Cassidy, and I like this. I think this is Winter learning from some mistakes on Amplify, is not giving into this. I mean, you know what? Maybe you picked up some flex DPS chops while playing on Amplify. I still like Winter sticking in this Cassidy here in this opening round. Oh, once again, though, we get a free flip early on this. Not ideal, but with the Genji going down, you get a flip the other direction. So, I mean, once again, we're getting easy come, easy go on the point. I mean, Cave was still here. I felt like Midori could have held on to this point a little longer, but opt to kind of play safe, stay in a group, which I can see the merit in that as well. But Hero's gonna get run over, Bubble will use, and just infinite amount of damage pouring their direction. Strider's low. Woo! Strider survives on just a hair of health. Okay, pushing in the left side. Marked by Lich. Hero Red Pass will take the front line. Take the aggro. It's a shield picks up. Strider, you coward! I would expect better. I would expected some charged jab out of you, Strider. I'm disappointed. I can't. Continue rush. Deadeye invested here from Kintsugi. Ooh, Winter tries to play off the flank. Got popped! Absolutely denied. I believe that was a right click out of Hero. That landed on the Winner. Dash in. Zac gets bubbled. Trying to see if they can finish off Strider, but April's got the sound barrier into this. Still, Strider will get hunted down. Now it's just what remains here of this Midori defense. So, excuse me, Kintsugi. Get this point up to about 75%. I do enjoy biscuits and bacon both. Me too, Maddie. Me too. Two of my favorite things, actually. That is so very Texas of us. Speaking of Texas, let's check in on winter here with the cast. Oh, never mind. Grab in from Hero. Fortify out of Strider to get through. Zach is going to try to get the back line as they emerge. We'll just, never mind. We'll bonk onto Strider. I thought it was going to try to intercept the squishies. It does not. Focus down the tank. That works too. That'll win you the fight. Slow approach, and oh, Seaborn. Oh, Seaborn just opens up with a mean shot. Continues to put headshots in as Kintsugi try to get out. This is going to tie us up in percentage. Midori will actually get a lead here. Last opportunity on Ilios for Kintsugi. It'll probably take him 2 fights to earn the right to send us over to Well. 1 to take this point, 1 to hold on to it. You can see Cabe lurking on that top, looking for a drop down on the pulse, perhaps. Kind of opposite ends of the map. An interesting approach. Strider's going to get aggressive, cover the gap. Just immediately speeds across. That was aim speed used. Sarah searching a small area. Bubble already in play. Hero low. The jab spin hits the pillar, but still the hero will not escape the wrath of Strider on this Orisa. The Kitsune rush. It will fall flat from the Midori squad. And so there's one of the 2 fights needed to send us to Well. Winner has ult. Lich on this Pharah. This is one of the heroes that I really kind of learned to love Lich on. How I learned to love Lich. That and other great alliteration here in today's episode. 99.99 fight. Deadeye out of winner coming into the back line. Deadeye, excuse me, that's a Kitsune rush. Kitsune. See Lave lurking in and does quite a bit of damage onto Lich, but the Suzu comes in. Lich gets the shot down onto Zach. Kate does not land the pulse. Winner might have just interrupted that. And this is going to be Kintsugi taking control. Triplet with a solo beat. It's not even enough to make it back. It's a good opener. Kintsugi will take map 1. And we talked about that Midori. Your favorites coming into this, just, you know, on the fact that they only dropped 1 map in their combined efforts against Artemis and Alternates. Kintsugi only picked up 1 map in their combined efforts against those 2 same squads. But hey, Kintsugi grab an all-important opening map here, and with the Wrecking Ball banned out, with Strider, you know, joining this team, you know, we expect to lean into that Wrecking Ball heavily. And even on map 1, with that not an option, they're able to take it. They take it in a 2-0, no less. So Midori will choose King's Row and choose to go into the red outlines as we head into King's Row. What you banning out now? Midori did get first ban last time, remember, as well. Very powerful ban when you have a Wrecking Ball trick, a Wrecking Ball 1 trick, which is not true at all. Strider's not a 1 trick, but a Wrecking Ball specialist. Let's go check some stats. I'm curious. I think Seaborn did some work. Yeah, I mean, Seaborn puts up as much elims as Hero did. Outperformed Zack and Cabe in that regard. I mean, look at the damage difference between Seaborn and the back line of Kintsugi. Wow. But hey, Strider making their grand return here to Path to Pro Overwatch. You know, 22-7. Does lead the map in elims. Is that enough for damage lead? Not quite enough for gold damage. It's silver damage behind Winner. Winner taking gold damage on the cast. Give me a Zarya ban here from Kafe Kintsugi. Zarya is very strong against the kind of the other Wrecking Ball, Doomfist kind of style. You can get the bubble and quick burst damage is a nightmare for Wrecking Ball, Doom, Hazard, any of those kind of tanks. All right, let's get into Kings. Coach Mannix, what is I'm shredding my shit. What? Findy is a Thanos. I agree with that. Findy is Thanos. I know it's weird, like, asking for emotes so late. I don't know, it's weird. But still, Winton's in chat for Findy. All right, we got the Strider Ball. Well, we got to back it up. We're going to have Lich in the Venture. Winner's sticking in hit scan. Not opting into this double flex DPS thing, as we are seeing Midori. I mean, they have the hero pool for it. I remember, originally I think of Kafe as a Tracer player before Kafe kind of went into more of the hit scan role. I think of Kafe as being like the Tracer player for Fisher back in the day and all that. So, I mean, Kafe definitely, that's part of that experience, has that under their belt, and can flex into this. And he's going to chase down Winner here right out of the gate. So, you know, if we're talking about the merit of playing the hit scan in this meta, Kafe giving us a small taste is why you might want to bring the Tracer. Hero's going to find the other DPS player, and this is going to be at least a couple of ticks picked up here from Midori. I mean, both of those aforementioned players can get back pretty fast. We may get a retake here. Let's see, where's Strider? Yep, Strider's forced out. Nope, no retake. So 5 minutes on the clock now for Midori to walk through this. Seaborn close to a Kitsune to throw around this bookstore. Oh, a pick there would have been enormous. Kafe is actually going to find Lich. Ooh, okay, now there's the enormous pick. Winner does give up on the fray. It goes into the double hit, the double flex DPS. Here comes that Kitsune rush into this 4v4. Winner gets the Suzu to try to back out, but April will not receive the same blessing. And this is going to be another fight. I mean, it's really just Midori. Don't even let this defense get settled. It's not even so much a fight win. It's a continuation. A fight interruption. Let's go, Safeful. It's what I like to hear. I think. Wait a minute. Why are you all in on the other team? Mine's in over the top. Kitsune rush thrown in from Main Street. Winner getting chased. Dashes to avoid getting caught in that corner. Sound barrier in. Triplet miraculously hits everybody with that. Sorry, I went the wrong direction with the camera. Zach goes up to the high ground. Map has been flipped. Strider pops the shields. Only gets 100 shielding off of that. Trying to run away. Will knock it out. You see all four Midori players go to chase that down. Zach is now going to see if they can find April, who moved in to try to help the Wrecking Ball. April almost got away. Runs right into Hero on the point. And this is going to be 2 points on the board. We're going to be looking at another 5 minutes, just under. Actually, I'll say that. I mean, we have a Wrecking Ball in play. Might be able to get a stall here. Hero will just body block you out of the window. Oh, Maddie dropping the creature. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Maddie dropping the creature. Big shout out to Osi for giving me creature. Giving me permission and the artwork for using creature in this chat. All right, we got a blade in here from Winner. Let's go. Come on, Winner, what you got? Ooh, good Susie from Seaborn. But it won't be enough. That's both supports falling and one slash there at the end. A beautiful blade. Winner, well, you know, it's got that flexibility as well. And this DPS line showing why they're one of my favorite DPS lines in all of NA Master. Swap out a hero into this hazard. Initially, a good wall there. And you're able to, once again, burst damage is the bane of any Wrecking Ball's existence. And Seaboard's going to deliver it in spades. April there with a good bit of healing, or should I say protection, in the form of this sound barrier. A low triplet will not build up theirs. Lich and Winter try to combine, see if they can finish off Hero. They will, and that should just be enough to stop the push. So we are going to get cleanup kills here for Midori, and they're going to get this cart maybe around the second corner. But I think without Hero, they're not going to be able to push much further than that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you know what? They got the spawns. I did not gauge that timing. Yeah, they got the spawns before Strider's able to get back. They're going to round this corner. It's Kitsune Rush invested from Kintsugi to take this corner back. Now Midori have that sound barrier out of triplet to try to answer this. Dash up to the high ground. Zach's going to pull up the blade. Has two people cornered. Suzu already is. Touch is gone. We'll catch Winter on the fall. I loved that moment of pause as Winter falls into the blade. But in the meantime, defense has managed to swing this. 3v3. Mines being invested, grabbing a kill, and helping this defense from Kintsugi stabilize. Oh yeah, Seymour's just gonna get ran over. Fireball finish, one of the most satisfying things as a Wrecking Ball player. Not gonna lie. Winter dashes through triplet. I thought Hero was looking to chase down the Wrecking Ball. My goodness, I should just have given you some Winter Pop. I'm sorry, Winter. Pop it off there. Slay, Queen, let's go. All right, so there's the pile drive. Ooh, Winter dashes out. The deflected already been used. Suzu was using that vein as well. Cooldown advantage heavily in Midori's favor right now, and they're going to exacerbate that with the Kitsune Rush thrown into play. Hero goes up on the flank. Winter pulls out the katana to greet you. Says, hello, get off of my doorstep. Get off of my lawn. Well, Winter overextended. That was not your lawn anymore. Things are getting messy here at the end of this fight. Lich is gonna find two. It's just Lich and it's just Strider left on the point. Okay. As Hutch is gonna swift step in, Zach is gonna find them immediately. Winter returns. The defense has been able to trade out early. Now it's a 5v3 as the sound barrier is invested here from April. Cave does not land the pulse. I was actually looking for Cave Pop when I hit Winter Pop. It's okay though. Sound barrier now here. Trying to finish this off. Zach is going to pull out their blade. No! Runs into the mine out of Strider. Oh! The ghost! No way! That was disgusting! What was that, Winter? Oh my! That was so sick. That was one of those Genji moments you just live for. That was filthy. I love this DPS duo so much. Oh, and Hutch delivers just a backbreaker of an opening kill here for this defense. Triplet is low. Getting chased down here from Strider in the hallway side. I can't take it off Winter Pav. I can't. I am compelled. The force of Winter compels me. All right, Midori's made it onto this objective. They're going to put a good fight into this. Seaborn is here with a Kitsune Rush is going to immediately throw this in. Pulse will not land there out of April. Oh, excuse me, out of Lich. Cave ends the reign of Winter. Throws the Pulse, lands the Kobe on April. That's a big three-pointer. And that is going to be enough for the cap, assuming that we can get these cleanup kills on the Strider and Hutch. Cost you till OT, but Midori will get that 3 on the board.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Stats are very close. 22-2 for Zach, by the way. Winner 15-7. Very comparable in damage. Whoops. Ah, I couldn't get stats and get through the window at the same time.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, Strider was gonna rotate in and out of hotel. Sorry, I was being all cinematic with the camera. I did not see where Hero was set up. No wonder I didn't see Hero up there. That's not where you expect your defensive tank to be sitting. Oh, Lich didn't expect that either. Lich and Hutch just get collapsed on, scissored completely. Blades from either side. Snip both of them right at the bud. PK in chat says, someone help Strider. I appreciate you being here, Goat. Lich back to that far. I talked about it in map 1 on Ilios, just how this is the hero I think of when I think of Lich, especially the early days, the 2024 days. Strider drawing so much aggro. You can see all the red jerseys that were chasing. They do not fall back to the point. As soon as Strider goes to the point, the rest of Midori try to move in and try to attack this back line. Lich is able to pick up Kafe in that exchange, but you still have Hero in your face here. Hero running off into the small shop on the end. Does not look like they will escape the wrath. So many explosions. Winner and Lich just putting detonation after detonation there on the Hero. Kintsugi rush tossed in here from the defense. You see, Winner trying to loot through Hotel. I'd invest in the bowl shop through that as well. I heard a sound barrier from Triplet. That prompts our disengage. Are we going to get the re-engage back in? There goes Strider in over the top. Everybody moved up towards this hallway. Lich gets popped. Where is everybody going? Pulse bomb from Cave lands into the back line. That's why I was like, where? I saw Strider push forward. The rest of Kintsugi got pushed back. Strider's just going all the way down, back to the foundry. Meanwhile, I guess Lich is your new tank here at the front line. Well, I mean, it's kind of been carrying a lot of this aggro at the front line. Considering rush tossed in from Hutch. Not even seeing really where that is. Oh, it's over by a statue. So, I mean, nothing but red outlines there in the Kintsugi Kitsune. $50 ago. 2 ticks have been picked up. Hero trying to get aggressive. Actually catches April with that downpour. Justice thrown into the alley. Not quite sure. Looks like it just kept Zach at bay. Still, April goes down. Zach moves to find Lich as well. Winner trying to hang on here. Beautiful shot to find the Genji. It's a 2v2 left on the point. The bullet shot just decorative as Triplet had found their way into a mine. Kafe Kintsugi hang on there in that final minute. But, you know, I remind you, Midori had a 5-minute time bank there after point A. Yeah, we do have players from both sides in chat here. Zach goes down early in this fight. Let's go back to some Lich Pop. Yeah. Oh, yes! Just in time to see Lich. Just give it right back to Cave. Oh, my goodness. That is, I mean, that is such a dub for Lich. You know, I mean, yes, Cave gets one of the hardest sticks in the game, but since Lich is able to blink into you and take you both out, that's dubbed to Lich. Amazing. I'm so glad we caught that from Lich's paw. That was so good. I told myself I was going to go to whoever palm came flying in the screen. Of course, it's Triplet. Love the peel there. Strider's still able to get a great minefield right on this corner. Kind of makes contact with both of these corners. Brilliant coverage on those mines. This is going to try to flip this point here in favor of Kintsugi. You got to go get Lich out. Lich is playing from this top high ground. Who's caught back here? Somebody's caught. Winner's playing from this alley. Bit of a broken approach. Actually working out. You managed to get Hutch on top of the subway. I mean, Hero taken to the skies is able to gobble up the bolo shot, but it still ends up demacked. Hero got a self-destruct in. Is not going to stay back in mech long, but Zach with a blade here to clean up in a very late Kitsune Rush tossed in, but Hutch and Strider get kills despite the blade. Hutch shuts down the blade. Strider's able to get two. What a swing back here from Kintsugi. Yo, what a clapback. Oh, I love the tag. Nicely done. Little wall jump into your pile drive to get the high ground since you didn't have your grapple. Look at the mastery. That is years of Wrecking Ball work. April has a very important ultimate here. This sound barrier is going to make or break on Kings. You need to not only get it down, what you do, you need to get value out of it. You need to get a kill out of it. You need it sooner than later. See if you can get a kill on the triplet. It is. Well done. You still have Strider here. Hutch able to swift step into the protection of that minefield. That minefield is going to allow him to push within roughly 3 meters of getting this point, but a consideration now been tossed in from this defense of Seaborn. Seaborn played out of the corner. Assist with a kill in onto April and Hutch now gone. Beautiful headshot to finish off Lich. And Midori will hold here on Kings despite the best efforts of Strider in the spin to win. We're tied up here 1-1. Yeah, we're in for a good one here tonight, friends. I think we're in for the long haul here tonight. WPG pick here out of Kintsugi. All right, what you gonna ban out? You have 15 seconds, Kintsugi. What you banning? Hutch with the play of the game. It's gonna be a hazard ban from Kintsugi. I actually really like that. I really like that against Hero. I mean, I think it's one of Hero's best heroes. Over the course of the past several months, at least through 2025, Hero has been a standout. On hazard. So I can totally see this. All right, let's go get some stats there from Mapter. Who do we think had most damage? Let's give me Strider. Strider at 19k damage. Hero does get silver. Hero will be your Elim leader. 8 to 10 in deaths versus 10 to 12 with 14 kind of being a peak there. So definitely considerably more fight wins. I mean, you're looking at, you know, two to four more fight wins, kind of depending on how you judge it there, just from what we can tell, right? Which is significant on Kings. I mean, Midori basically flew through their attack, right? Had 5 minutes going into the Foundry. Kiriko ban here from Midori. Sifu coming in. Fendi, you're actually not wrong. You're actually not wrong. Rocking the once again logo as well, or the once again profile pic, which, you know, props. Absolutely, Seafull is coming in. You nailed that one, Fendi. Let's get it, map 3. So Seafull is coming in to play the Winston. Strider will stay with the Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball's good here, trust. Goatskin. Goatskin, actually S tier. One of my favorites. Ugly sweater skin is, well, ugly. Alright, getting a little rollout action. Yep, made it to the other side. Glitch goes Tracer. You have Wrecking Ball and Tracer to kind of go back and forth on the cart. This might make for some interesting dynamics here. Indeed, so we're going to end up with a 2v2 down low. This is obviously not what you usually see at the very start of a Watchpoint Gibraltar. Tanks do end up back on the high ground, and both Tracers end up in a duel with Lich taking the health pack control. Strider ends up backing down, though. Seafool's able to control the sphere and get a nice right click to finish off winner. Moving back to help reinforce this point, because Seafool has their hands full. They will be kind of responsible for both, for a little bit more. Strider gets the slam down, fight Seymour, and then what a huge pick that is. That purple almost landed. Triplet just barely shield bash backwards in time to avoid that ante. All right, Seymour coming back into this fight. Look, it's all about the antes here for either team to be able to kind of break open the other side. You see Seaborn taking a huge bio there. Seafool goes back up to peel, leaving the objective open. The importance of that. Seafool jumping up to protect the Yana very specifically, in case they needed to bubble. Big ante lands is April, who gets finished off. So Hutch is able to shrug off one and return fire. Meanwhile, Cave finds an important pick onto Hutch, and this defense will stabilize. Seafool, the dive angle low key. That guy's goated on the dive. Let's go. Let's go. The Seafool was in the ugly skin. I love like the bright red glasses and everything. Seafool is currently attending Winston Academy? Really? That's amazing. You'd love to see it. Is there alongside, who was this? Junbin that was also Winston Academy, I believe? Or was it Go Sweat? I remember one of them was there. Nice stick! Oh, poor April. Just caught way too much damage. Winner gets a nano and a bolo shot down. Ends up being a 2-for-1. That shot lands just shy of catching Triplet. Strider try to get these mines out early. You see still the aggressive server hold here from Midori's defense. Yeah, Strider does have the mines to go disrupt this. Doesn't want to use them yet. There was a pick from Cade there just as Strider was making their move. And so Strider kind of bails on that plant. Now it's kind of just in an awkward spot. Yeah, Triplet knows you're there. Nope. What's his trouble? Oh, Seafool has maybe a bait. Seafool does have primal. Oh, and Cave dead-eyed down at the other end of the car wash. Was that an actual bait? Did Seafool like intentionally hit their head, like to make it look like they missed their jump and were vulnerable? I don't know. That was wild. Does pop the primal rage and uses bubble to negate the minefield out of Strider. If that was like an intentional hit their head to try to bait everybody to drop into the Deadeye Primal, that was the most big brain play I've ever seen. Either way, it worked out brilliantly for this defense. Big purple lands for Seaboard and nano boost on to Seafool as well. Although Lich is able to find Zac, I think this defense has got this. Oh, if you can cancel the rally, they do. And that should just be the last leg this attacker's Kintsugi was standing on.
Initiating match.
It was dog hack. That's who it was. Nice, Maddie. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I knew none of those really sounded right. It was dog hack. All right, winner goes into this into the Cassidy. Oh, do I really? Oh, yeah, I do.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
The bands were like I put the bands on the correct side and didn't swap the teams. Thank you, Vex. Sorry about that, y'all. But it was like Kintsugi did have the hazard band. Like I had the bands right. That's oh, big dub. You know what? Sometimes just big dub. Good catch, Vex. I was just making sure y'all paid attention. All right, good catch. Good catch. That's gonna be a pile drive. Speaking of well played and paying attention. Strider sets up. Lich knocks Seaful down. That was almost a mean roll through. There was a very vulnerable 3 squishies hanging out on that corner. Strider was salivating at the opportunity to trying to get that knockoff. Tried a couple times, didn't quite get it yet, at least. Oh, he's gonna go back up for more. Oh, that got greedy. That was just greedy. I will say, you do lose Seaborn in that exchange. Big Bionade lands on a cave. They're gonna drop back down and wait for Seafold to get back in this fight. Step right, nope. Winner fights too, including Seafold with the Deadeye. Ooh, is that on the shield? That is on the shield. You are good. All right, we're at the 2-minute mark. So far, the 4 holds looking good here for Kintsugi. Able to find Seaborn early in a lot of these fights. The late stagger is going to buy some more time. Get this down to your potential 2 fights instead of 3. 2 clean ones instead of 3. But Seaborn has a nano boost. Hutch does have one on the other side. It's going to be Winner who actually is the recipient of the nano from the defense. Another big Bionade lands from Hutch. Winner will connect on the cave, drive Seafull away. And that was a very swift end dished out from Kintsugi's defense.
I'll cover you.
53 seconds. One last good attack. Make it a broken one at the end. It was just join. It was a full hold there from Midori. Kintsugi trying to get the fuller hold in. Lich, the assassination move. The double blink up the stairwell to catch Zach. That is huge. You take a lot of the point presence out of this. There's a lot of low health bars there for this Kintsugi defense up top. April stays judicious with this rally. Holds on to it. Does not get it forced out by Seafull. Smartly enough, has it for this one last engage. Zach returns with point presence. Seafool try to go up top. Gets the primal out just in the nick of time. Winner's gonna go ahead and pop the Deadeye, but Hutch is down. That is an enormous pick. Could be map winning pick. They're out of the back line of Midori. So the defensive Kintsugi backing up. Lich backing away. Hutch made a quick swap as he goes back over to the Honor and try to get back into this fight. All attention pointed at the front line where Strider is trying to see if they can take care of Triplet. See if they can take the rally out of the fight. Triplet stands tall. Both rallies have been invested. Lich with the pulse bomb somewhere off screen. We got dual dashes in, and Cave finds April of the ground with the Deadeye. 2 picks here from the Cowboy. Good headshot lands on the Hutch in the back line. Mines are out, but not enough sustain left on this point. Midori. It takes them all the way to the end, but they will get it over the line. Take the 2-1 lead here in this banger of a match.
Play of the game.
Runasapi pick here out of Kintsugi. Diva Bat. Once again, we're targeting those tanks. Targeting hero here if you're Kintsugi. All right, let's go look at that. We got a very swift Watchpoint Gibraltar. We didn't see much of the map. As such, stats are pretty tight. Still heavily favoring Midori, winning. Looks going to be close to... Ooh, I don't know. It's going to be, what, 3 to 5? Really 3 to 4, we'll say, to 4 to 6. So, I mean, just 1 or 2 extra fight wins. I mean, it's down to the very, very last fight. We got players migrating into my chat now here. Seafull 15 and 4. Zach talking a little smack there to their own tank. All in chest, yo, all in chest. And Quemster says, hey guys, we're all friends here. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Quemster, for being the voice of reason. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Glad somebody out there will. Seafull had most elims. Gold damage goes to the cave there for Jibby. Fewest deaths goes to Strider. I don't know final blows. I'm still trying to get him to give me final blows. We're working on that. All right, Tracer Band here out of Midori. So after a 2-0 on Ilios, granted, there were, I think both of those went final fight. I think both sub points went final fight. Still, nevertheless, it was a 2-0 on Ilios there for Kintsugi. They get stopped on point B on Kings, get stopped on point A on Jibby. Now take us back to push. Let's see if they can force this map 5. Strider is a new pickup as of today, Rev. As of today. At least that's what Wikipedia says. Let's get into map 4.
Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one. Objective unlocked.
Whoa, whoa. Y'all calm down. Vex, Ame. Both of y'all just take a breath, take a step back, take a time out if you need to. Bastion on the field from Cave. A Lego Bastion. Like, how could you not be smiling? There's a Lego Bastion on the battlefield. Hey, it's enough. It's enough. I know, 2-minute delay. Both of y'all, cool it. Yeah, I'm about to time out both of you. Hey, I don't want to hear anymore. Yep. Yep. I know. Now I'm in mod mode. Like now I'm not paying attention to the game. Gabe's gonna get melted by this focusing beam. Yep. All right, here, let's do that.
A little more and we have the lead. Ascending.
This keeps up, we're going to emote only. Let's just take a breath.
We have liftoff. We almost have the lead. Keep pushing, bot. Going up.
We have some interesting compositions and shit going on in this match, too. We got a Zarya Sombra on the field. Zach's able to find Lich.
At this rate, we won't be in the lead for much longer.
And we've gotten Kintsugi. Able to at least prevent a lead from being taken away. Cave goes down early. Whoa, Triplet. Triplet just like solo beat it. What was that? Triplet just straight solo beat like 1v5 to Triplet. Oh, amazing. Ewan, why? I mean, you tell us. Why is Winter not with Amplify? You tell us, Ewan. You have all the inside scoop. You've got the poop. You've got the tea to spill. You know you do. Come on. Come on. I'm just baiting. I'm just baiting you. Don't listen to any of that.
Catch you later.
Oh, beautiful bubble. That bubble from Lich was so good. Zach's still going to pick him up, though. Or at least take him out of the dupe. Setting up for this EMP, you've got 3 or 4 in sights right now. But, I mean, your team's kind of running away with the bot, so the other 4 players not in a position. There's the EMP, bubbled up. Zach's able to find Winter. Seaborn finds April. April not able to get that EMP into the sound barrier into this fight. And this will be Midori grabbing not just the lead, but they'll have that checkpoint as well. Dad jokes aplenty. Ooh, they do not get checkpoint or lead. What a touch. Strider's able to come in. April gets the sound barrier. Strider gets the health pack at like 20 health. That was so close. Oh, Zach hunting down Lich. Cut down in their prime. And that's checkpoint. That's the lead. That is Midori continuing to march forward. We got four dad jokes in chat. Ooh, there comes the reinforcements. Oh, came bubbled up mid-ultimate. They at least get the ult out. That was hilarious. What a funny interaction that was. Like, got booped mid-artillery form. Considering we're right on top of the wrecking ball. Want to try to see if they can help provide some cover here from the window. Strider's just too low. Can't even duck out for that mini. He's got Zach just hunting him. That'd be 4. 5 dad jokes off the top there, Skidta. Now we're talking. Woo, Strider. I didn't quite get to see how low Strider was, but it was insanely low. It was insanely low. Costa comes through with number 6. All right, EMP. You're just gonna EMP the dupe. Oh, tried to interrupt it. I mean, it doesn't last. Let's just hits the bastion, but he's taking it out of that, taking out of health. Hutch does get that out, surprisingly, but it's not going to matter. EMP completely devalues the last ultimate that Kintsugi had here. And Midori are going to punch this thing home. Looks like they're going to potentially close it out here. Okay, a chance for a final fight. Let's not count this out done yet. Spawn right here. Grav does get Winter and April, and there's no ults for Kintsugi to work with. And so, in fact, we will get Midori pushing this home. It's a 3-1 here today. Midori moved to 7-3 on the season. Ooh, that's a cool skin. I don't think I've seen that one. I mean, there's, you know, there's a lot of skins. I don't think I've seen that skin. That's a really cool skin. Oh, and I do still love me some Winter Lich DPS duo. I think it's an amazing duo. I think it's a very dynamic duo. Not quite enough here for Kintsugi today, and we'll fall to 3-5 after this loss here today. I think. Wow, what a tough division we have here right now. My goodness. All right, some stats there from map 4. Zach 14-1. And that final map, Hero 14-2. Most damage goes to Cave for the second map in a row. Or was that third map in a row? No, it was Strider who had it in map 2. Cave looked outstanding. Either pulling off the hit scan, then falling back into the old Tracer that we learned to love Cave on. I'm gonna go ahead and give Cave your player of the match here today, even though they did lead the team in deaths there on that fourth map. I'm just gonna go ahead and give Cave your player of the match. GG's all around.